Hi, welcome. Simon here, and I hope you're doing well. In this video, I'll walk you through step by step on how to replace an iPhone 11 screen. This is the regular iPhone, it's not the Pro. And if you turn it around, you can see that the color on the screen is pixelated or disordered, looks funny. So I'll be replacing the screen entirely, and I'll walk you through step by step on how to do that. So I have the new screen right here, and I got it from Amazon. What I'll do is I'll link them in the description below. Go ahead and check the description below. It will direct you to Amazon or eBay, where you can buy the replacement screen as well as the tools for this repair do-it-yourself at home. Alright, so the first thing I like to do is to go ahead and turn off the phone. And get yourself the 0.8 torque, and go ahead and remove the two screws at the bottom here. Once you remove the two screws, you need a metal prying tool. This tool here is to go ahead and cut the adhesive around the phone so that you can remove the screen. Now, try not to dig it so deep. I know that the phone, you actually need to go quite deep in order to get in to the phone. It's right about this much, right? You need to push the metal prying tool that deep in order to pry it open a little bit, and then make sure that the prying tool is not too in, because you do not want to damage the internal part of the phone. So leave it right about this much here, and you can separate the screen by cutting the adhesive. So go around the phone gently and slowly by cutting the adhesive. While you're cutting the adhesive tape, I'm using my finger to holding the screen to kind of separate the screen, the phone screen as well. So while you're doing that, lifting up the screen at the same time, and now we are back to the front, and you want to open up the phone to your right, and that's how the screen looks like. Now turn it around. We are going to disconnect the the battery first. So go ahead and get your Try screwdriver or the Y screwdriver. There are three screws, one on the top here. The second is at the bottom, is hidden underneath the flex cable. And the last one is right underneath the very edge of this cable right here. And now you can open up the bracket. And this is where the screws are from top, bottom, left, like an L shape. Once you remove the bracket, go ahead and disconnect the battery. And this is where the battery connectors is, right here. You can just use a plastic prying tool and lift it up. They're kind of like Lego. You separate them by just lifting them up. Using the Y screwdriver again, we are removing the main plate here. Five screws total. Once you have that 5 screws removed, the entire plate will just come right out. Put that on the side. We are going to disconnect these two flex cable. They are part of the LCD screen and the digitizer. This one right here is connected to the proximity sensor for your ear speaker. So we are going to disconnect this as well on this right here. So we are transferring the ear speaker, the proximity sensor, over to the new screen right here. Okay. So the front camera are still attached to the phone at this moment. This is the Y screw, tiny little screw here. Go ahead and remove that. And you need to have a Phillips screwdriver. Remove the 3 screws. All right, the next step I like to do here, I'm trying to remove this tiny little metal piece. This one right here is more likely the grounding process for the phone. I'm not 100% sure, but it seems to be quite important, and we'll be transferring over to the new screen. So you can just pry it up. The way it goes in is just stick it in, and to remove it, you just pull it straight out. With this little metal right there, it just kind of clip onto that metal. Put it on the side here. Now if you take a look at the new screen, it doesn't come with the plastic bracket. This bracket right here, this plastic bracket here, is kind of the mounting bracket for the front of your phone, the camera. So we are trying to dig all the way with the plastic and then moving it over to the new screen. So it's okay if you scratch the old screen because we do not need that anymore. But what the important thing is, do not break the cable or damage any of that cables, right? So you can just make sure you dig it all the way in. Take your time, you don't have to rush in this process. The mounting bracket here is kind of held by double-sided tape. So if you get a good grip of the tape and you can slide it out, then it'll be a lot easier. Right, I just got the entire plastic, the bracket, and the proximity sensor. It looks like this. So everything is removed in one piece together, and I'll be transferring over to the new screen. All right, so you're just going to sit it right there. Now before I can close it with the screw, remember this tiny little metal here. We're going to push it back and clip it back on. If you know what is this for, please comment below and let me know. I'm not 100% sure what is this metal piece for, but I think it is important to have it. So we'll be transferring back to the new screen. It is very easy to be clipped back on, so why not just transfer it while we have it open. Now once you have that installed, go ahead and align the screen here and put the screws back on. There are 3 Phillips screws and 1 tri screws on the top left. Alright, once you have that installed, let's go ahead and put them back together. Now the first thing I like to do is to go ahead and make sure that this cable is inserted correctly. So go ahead and align it in the right position and press it down. You don't have to use a lot of strength or force it down. They're kind of like Lego. Once you have them in the right position, you can press it down and they'll just go right back in very easily. All right, and then the next thing I would like to do is the screen. It's the same process. Once you have it down, go ahead and connect the battery back together. Okay, once you have that all in the right position, do not forget the bracket here. We're going to close it up. First main bracket all secure. Let's go ahead and put that final bracket. This is the bracket for the battery. Let's put it back in all together. And that final screw is kind of tucked underneath the flex cable. All right, once you have that all installed, let's go ahead and slide the front screen first. You want to slide it in on the very top, align it on the top, and go ahead and press it down on the side and just kind of close it around on the phone. Now you can go ahead and turn on the phone. While the phone is powering on, do not forget to put the 2 screws back in together. All right, so now you have the phone, the screen replaced, and the entire screen looks good now. So I hope this video is helpful. If you find the video were able to help you to replace the screen, please do not forget to give me a like and subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate you for liking the video, and comment below and let me know if you were able to follow along the video and get your screen replaced. I hope this video is helpful, and until next time, bye now.